On this special edition of Nightline, we're taking a look at the election that shocked the world. Donald J. Trump, a real estate magnate and reality star with zero government or military experience, will soon be our 45th president. How did he pull this off? Why did so many pundits and pollsters fail to see it coming? And what happens next? We begin here tonight with ABC's Terry Moran.
They said he couldn't do it. They said he wasn't qualified. Even the polls seemed to give him no chance. But early this morning,
the President-elect of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
The man who so often hurled invective during the campaign.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
Sounding positively, well, presidential.
I pledge to every citizen of our land that I will be president for all Americans. And this is so important to me.
A historic moment. For the first time ever, Americans elected a commander-in-chief who had no prior experience in government or in the military. It was a bombshell so many didn't see coming.
Words cannot describe how shell-shocked the Clinton campaign is right now. They were celebrating the night before on that last campaign flight from Raleigh to New York. They were celebrating drinking champagne.
Donald Trump was being advised that he would have to concede. He was being told early in the day that he was likely not going to win this election.
So why was the polling so wrong? Well, the polls were very tight, but there's two data points to look at. One, white men without a four-year college degree came out for Donald Trump in historic numbers. And millions of Democrats who voted for Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012, they did not come out on Election Day for Hillary Clinton or at all.
As Speaker of the House and longtime Trump critic Paul Ryan admitted,
Donald Trump heard a voice out in this country that no one else heard. He connected in ways with people no one else did. He turned politics on its head.
The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer.
Some of those forgotten men and women today sounding jubilant across the country.
I'm happy. My husband woke me up at 3 a.m. this morning. I was shocked, but happy.
How you feeling this morning?
I am happy.
And why is that?
New president. And he's not a politician, a businessman. And he promised to feed the people, something she never did.
I'm thrilled. I'm ecstatic tonight that Donald Trump has won. I almost can't believe it. I really thought, we were going to be looking at a big Hillary landslide tonight.
But the victory particularly felt in the parts of the country hardest hit by the recession.
How many of you have been affected by job loss? Pretty much everybody.
Nightline had visited this class in rural Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, where students were holding mock elections, and they felt their voices and those of their often out-of-work parents or friends were not being heard.
How are we gonna run the country together?
Why don't we split the country into two different countries?
Well, they tried that. That didn't work in the Civil War.
Today, that girl, Brooke is her name, and her class full of hope for what a Trump presidency might do for them.
He is going to bring back jobs that were taken away.
Trump understood that there were people who felt left out by the government, left out by business, left out by culture, left out by everybody, and he was including them.
But the force that elected Trump and reaffirmed Republican control of Congress was broader than just people who have lost their jobs.
He didn't get blown out among women, and he did do well among Latinos compared to the previous candidate, Mitt Romney.
And those voters not necessarily voting along purely ideological grounds.
But they also went for some of the most liberal ballot initiatives that you can imagine. Voters went for a higher minimum wage in a bunch of states. Voters voted to legalize marijuana. So I think you saw ticket splitting of a unique sort that didn't really follow any ideology.
Crooked Hillary takes their money like a big sellout.
The Trump campaign drew support from the wealthy, too. Consider the Trumpettes, women like Rhonda Shear, who say they've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for his campaign.
Okay, just got off the plane. It's so exciting.
Earning a ticket to Trump's victory party.
We were in the VIP ballroom. Now we're in the main ballroom with all the real people.
And this morning, still exuberant after a night celebrating, hopeful that her candidate will unite the country.
Right now, Donald Trump needs to get this country back together, and he's going to do that. All the people that have been so scared about the things that he's going to do, they're going to be so happy because they're going to realize it's going to be like this and prosperity.
The sun is up, and I know everybody had a long night. I did as well.
Donald Trump has said he wants to repudiate much of the Obama legacy, but today the president asking America to give Trump a chance while gently reminding the president-elect about the values he needs to remember.
A sense of unity, a sense of inclusion, a respect for our institutions, and a respect for each other. I hope that he maintains that spirit throughout this transition, and I certainly hope that's how his presidency has a chance to begin.
For Trump, now comes the work of putting together a team. Some early hints of who that might be up on the stage with him last night.
He's had so few political pros around him. I mean, there's Chris Christie, and there's Rudy Giuliani, and there's Newt Gingrich, and there's Senator Jeff Sessions. Once you get beyond that list, it's hard to imagine who he populates an administration with.
One of the things his transition team is going to have to navigate, the president-elect's impending court date, defending himself against allegations of fraud in his dealings with Trump University. But his team's efforts will mostly focus on pushing ahead his ambitious agenda.
Donald Trump will get a choice on the Supreme Court automatically because of the one vacancy that will not be filled before he takes office.
During the campaign, Trump promised a long list of the things he plans to do.
We're going to build a wall. But Obamacare has to go. A Trump administration will renegotiate NAFTA.
Mexico's going to pay for the wall. They don't know it yet.
I will knock the hell out of ISIS. We will suspend the Syrian refugee program. We will double our growth and have the strongest economy anywhere in the world.
It's hard to find major issues outside of maybe tax reform where Donald Trump and Paul Ryan, for instance, see eye to eye. So I think there's a coalition government between conservative Republicans, people like Paul Ryan, like Mitch McConnell, and populist Republicans like Donald Trump.
However contentious, whatever comes next, this president-elect began this next chapter of his incredible journey with inclusion.
Now it's time for America to bind the wounds of division. Have to get together. To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people.
For Nightline, I'm Terry Moran in New York.